is a brief tutorial on how to broker load or add a new listing to TRREB's MLS system. So you're going to log on to the home page of torontomls.net. Okay, and on the right-hand side, you are going to click Search Properties. This is a brief tutorial on how to add a new listing to TRREB's MLS system. And we also call this broker loading. So the first thing you need to do is log on to the home page of torontomls.net, log in with your authenticator, and you'll see over on the right-hand side is the Search Properties button. So let's click that, and this should take you to your quick search home screen. If you do not have this column over on the left-hand side, if your screen looks like this, you can get to that extra column by looking for the little gray circle. It's super tiny on the top left-hand of your screen where next to Info Center. And if you click that, you'll have this nice column here. Okay, and we're going to click Add and Edit. Okay, so to add a new listing, first you'll need to select a property class. Okay, so freehold, condo, or commercial, and if it's for sale or for lease. Okay, be really, really careful with what you're selecting here. This is the only item that you cannot go back and change when you're in the middle of your draft. So this has to be 100% accurate. It's class, freehold, condo, commercial, and if it's for sale or for lease. Okay, so let's practice on a freehold for sale. Then let's press continue. Okay, and now you'll see I have a bunch of fields that I need to fill out. Some of them have blue stars. Anything with a blue star is mandatory. Okay, anything without one is optional. Okay, and as you scroll through, you'll see that that all the fields here are mirroring your MLS data sheet. So everything that you filled out on your data sheet ahead of time is required on this screen here. So starting from the top, I see ARN, so assessment roll number. That's not mandatory, so I'm going to skip that. Let's just look at the blue starred fields here. So first thing it's asking me is area. Okay, and I have all sorts of areas here. And I'd like to show you the difference. If I select Peel, for example, okay, so you can see right now, right off the bat, if I try to select municipality and community, nothing happens. I need to select an area first. I have to go in order. So if I select Peel, now I have the option to select to further narrow it down to Brampton, Caledon, or Mississauga. Okay, let's pick Mississauga. And then all of a sudden community opens up and I have the options to select one of the communities here. Okay. But if I change this from Peel to Toronto, you'll notice all the municipalities are numbered. So I'll show you a quick shortcut. We're just going to go to the map. So let's open a new window. Anytime I want to open a new window in TRREB, I'm going to click here. Okay, and I get that caution saying, letting me know that I'm in two windows. And I'm going to click search. And if I click map search, continue, I can actually type in up here at the top, there's this blue pin that says locations. If I click that, and type in the property address and click find, it will put the pin right where the location is. Now that only helps me, let me move this down a little bit, if I turn the layers on. So if I click on map layers, and I start, Selecting area, whoop, municipality. I can zoom in. Now I see that I'm right on the border, actually, between W1, W2. Looks like I'm W2. And then communities, narrow it down even more, so I can see exactly which community I'm in. Okay, so that's your little tip. That's a way to cheat to find out what community you're in. Okay, so let's change it to, let's follow that actually. So where was I, W2? Yes. Let's go to W2. I think I said High Park North. Yeah, High Park North. And there's my little, whoops. There's my little pin. Okay, street number, self-explanatory. As I go to type in the street name, it should pop up for me. Yes, there it is. Okay. Bloor Street. Okay, so make sure. Oh, and I don't know if you caught that, but as soon as I typed in Bloor Street, the postal code automatically populated for me, and the map page automatically populated for me down here at the bottom. And it's Bloor Street West, so I'm going to type that in. Okay, so make sure you save your street abbreviation for this next box here, right? We're not going to type it in here, otherwise it will appear as Bloor Street. Okay, so just the street name there. Okay. Fronting on whatever direction it's facing. Okay, fronting. Okay, let's on the south side. Legal description, lot front, lot depth. Okay, those are all things we can get from public records. And GeoWare. Lot size. Okay, directions, cross streets, more, and Runnymede. Okay. Next tab, next section here is the amounts and dates. And actually, before I even continue, I'm going to click up here, Save Draft. Okay, just so that I don't lose my progress. Okay, amounts and dates. Okay, taxes, who knows? Okay, your tax year, contract date. And I'll give you a little tip. By the time you hit the bottom of this listing, you might by accident press the save and submit button. Okay, if you're not ready to submit your listing, if you're doing this the day before or a few days before and you're trying to prepare, I strongly suggest leaving one of the mandatory spaces blank so that way you don't accidentally submit your listing. Okay, so that could easily be your contract commencement date, okay, or your expiry date. Or if you'd like to change your contract commencement date, let's say I want this to go up in July, put July 1st. You will notice it does highlight in red, which means that it's not going to accept the second. It won't let me hit submit, it won't let me hit submit with this contract commencement date because it needs to be the same day or the day before. It cannot be a day in the future. It can't submit for a future date. Okay, so let's leave it like that, that's fine. Expiry date, and you'll notice if I try to do an expiry date that's too close, that will automatically show up in red too, and it will explain the error. Okay, it must be 60 or more days. Perfect. Okay, so let's make it, there we go. Enough days, okay. Possession date and possession remarks. Okay, so whatever days that you would like your offer to come in with a closing date, okay, holdover days, whatever you decided here. Seller's name. Okay, now I'm going into a different section, so let's press Save Draft. It's a good habit to get into. Okay, next, type. So these are mostly drop-down menus here. Then it's going to ask you if it's a link, yes or no. And I'm not going to fill all of these out, but let's just go through them. Okay, garage type. Okay, how many garage parking spaces, what the drive is like. Is it a private drive? How many spaces are on that driveway? Okay, is there a pool? Yes or no? Let's say no. Water, sewers. Okay. Then you've got here, as I scroll down a little bit more, special designation. So if you don't know, or if there is no special designation, if it's heritage land, land lease, et cetera, you're just going to click unknown. Okay. Approximate age, this one is not mandatory. Approximate square footage, also not mandatory. Okay. Property features, not mandatory, but you can select some options here if you're close to a hospital. There's a library nearby, some parks. Okay. Other structures, is there a garden shed that's included? Okay, workshop. I'm gonna press save because I just added a few more options there. Okay, it's not a waterfront property, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. Okay, none of these are mandatory. Okay, interior, so save again. I know I'm saving a lot, but really get into that habit. Okay, so number of rooms. So let's put 6 rooms above grade. Maybe there's 2 in the basement. Okay, how many bedrooms? Let's say I have 3 bedrooms above grade. Kitchen, let's do 1 kitchen. Okay, now let's go over here to washrooms. This one's kind of funny. So here, beside number of washrooms, you might automatically want to write the total. Let's say there's 4 washrooms, okay? But we're actually breaking them down by pieces. And I'll show you what I mean. So let's say on the main floor, I have a half bath, okay? So there's 1 washroom on the main floor. So I'm gonna put a 1, number of pieces. So it has 2 pieces and it is on the main level. Okay, then upstairs, let's say I have 1 upstairs that is a 3-piece on the 2nd level. And then let's say I have 2 washrooms on the 2nd level that are 4 pieces each. So that's what that would look like. Okay. Next, details. Family room, yes or no. Okay, basement, what type is it? Finished, full, no basement, partially finished, separate entrance, walk up, walk out. Okay, is there a fireplace or stove? Yes or no. Heat source, heat type. Okay, central air, I'm gonna put yes. Okay, now I filled out a few more options, so let's press save draft. And keep scrolling. Okay, so next we have rooms and details. This is not mandatory, but highly recommended that you fill this out, okay? So first we have level, then room, measurements, and descriptions. Okay, and other than the measurements, everything is a drop down. So now the trend is to typically walk as if you're going through the house. So let's start with the main floor. Okay. And let's see, maybe there's a living room. Okay, and I would punch in the measurements here. And now TRREB takes measurements in meters, not feet. So make sure you're always entering in meters. Okay, and the description. Okay, and everything here is from a drop-down. I cannot manually add anything in. So let's say there's a window, bay window, hardwood floors, and crown molding. Okay, and as you get more comfortable with adding in more room measurements, you'll have a better recollection of which descriptions there are available to you. Let's do living room, kitchen. Okay. Making up some measurements here. Okay, so let's do stainless steel appliances, ceramic backsplash, and ceramic floors. Okay. Okay, and so on and so on. You're just going to do the main rooms. We have enough room for 12, okay, up to 12 rooms. So you don't want to add in any back rooms or, you know, if you run out of room, maybe you don't want to add in the laundry room. Maybe that's not as relevant, but let's just keep going with living room, dining room, kitchen. And then as you move on to the next floor, we go to the second floor. Okay, and then the main bedroom would be the master. And then as you move on, you can go second bedroom, third bedroom, et cetera, or you can just call them BR for bedroom. Okay, and I'm just gonna leave the rest blank for now. Let's press Save Draft. Okay. And at any time, if you'd like to preview your listing, you can go up here to the left and click Preview. And that will give you a quick view of what your listing looks like as we're filling it in. Okay, let's close that. Okay, so next we have the comments section. So first, remarks for clients. So this is what you would see on public websites, right? This is what clients will see when their agents email them the listing, as well as what is seen on realtor.ca and other ads that are sent out from realtor.ca, okay, as well as on your realtor websites. So this is where you would put generic information about the home. You're selling the home, okay? Okay, welcome to this beautiful 2-story detached. Now you'll see out of habit, I am typing every word here with a capital letter, and that's just out of habit. However, if I type properly, with a stunning backyard. Okay, so after we submit the listing to TRREB, it's actually going to automatically capitalize the first letter of each word, okay? So if you try to do something funny like, well, I don't know, like if I try to capitalize backyard, okay, it's not going to do it. It's actually going to undo your capitalization of the full word once you submit it to TRREB. Okay, extras, this is where, and obviously you're going to add some more sentences here to your remarks for clients. Extras, this is where you're going to put in what's included. So any appliances that the clients are leaving behind. Fridge, stove, washer, dryer, dishwasher, okay, and so on and so forth. If there's anything extra, closet organizers. If anything is special to them that they are taking with them, I mean, number one, we would recommend that they take it out of the home before they put the property up for sale, just so there's no confusion. But if they are excluding something, we're just going to make a note of that here. Exclude light fixture in living room. Okay, so I'm going to put a note of that there. You can also add remarks for the area in your extras if you've run out of room here in your remarks for clients. Close to parks. Okay. What you cannot write in any of these two boxes are your contact information. So you cannot say anything or any call to action. So you can't say anything in regards to too many features to list, call me for a full list, or call me for the floor plans, or call me for the offer dates, or your email for where your offer should go. None of that contact info can go in remarks for clients or extras. Remarks for brokerages, however, here you can write your little notes to contact you. Email offers at Sutton.com, wherever your email is, okay? Please add Schedule B. If this was a condo, maybe I would write lockbox at concierge or something like that, or lockbox and visitor parking, or bring your RICO license. There's a cat, maybe I would write do not let the cat out. Never put the lockbox code or anything like that in your remarks for brokerages, okay? Only notes to help guide the agents, but not give them any lockbox notes or anything like that. Okay, so now that I've added a little bit more, I'm going to press Save Draft. Okay, and we're going to skip down to the next section, which is Other. Okay, so listing brokerage. Okay, you'll see again the drop-down menu is not working. So what I have to start writing is my brokerage name. So I'm just going to put Sutton and leave it at that. I'm not going to write the full thing. All I need is Sutton. Okay, now you can see our two branches here, Mississauga and Toronto. Okay, so you pick the branch that you belong to. Type in the phone number here, and we're just copying it, 905-896-3323. Okay, the fax number, 905-848-5327. Okay, then you would find your name in this long list here. Okay, here's where you would put your cell phone number, okay, your direct phone number. Okay, that way an agent could call you, maybe if they're having trouble with the lockbox or they have a question about the offer night. Okay, you want to make sure that your personal number is there. Commission to cooperating brokerage. Okay, this is usually a percentage. Oops, 2.5, let's put 2.5%. Okay, then we've got some more options here. Seller property info statement, if your client filled that out, yes or no, okay. And then we have where the listing is being distributed, okay? And there are a few spots here. So we've got some different feeds. We have DDF and IDX, okay? Distribute to internet portals, okay? Display address on internet. Okay, you'll see distribute to internet portals is automatically picked yes. And that's because we need that selected as yes in order to go to realtor.ca, in order to go to Broker Bay, in order for people to book online appointments. Okay, so that's why it's automatically sent to yes. You can change it to no, but essentially your listing will not go anywhere. Okay, other than TRREB. You'll see in your notes when you fill out your data sheet, it will describe where your listing will be sent to. If you select yes for DDF and IDX, okay, most agents do select yes. Permission to contact listing brokers to advertise, yes or no. So essentially what you're doing here is you're giving permission for another agent to contact you and ask you if it's okay that they advertise your listing, maybe on their website, on their social media, on their Facebook. Okay, this by selecting yes does not automatically give them approval. They still need to contact you and ask if it's okay. Okay, then we have display address on internet, yes or no. If you select yes, your property might be a little bit easier to find if somebody already knows the address, right? Occupancy then. Who's living in the property, owner, tenant, is it vacant? Okay, and do we give permission for agents to contact the client after the listing is expired, yes or no? Most clients are going to pick no. Okay, then we have some options here for virtual tours. Okay, some extra links, virtual tours, sales brochure, additional pictures, additional feature sheets. Okay, this is the virtual tour link. that will show up on your listing on TRREB and Realtor.ca. I'm just going to press Save Draft again, just out of habit here. Okay, next we have the photos. Okay, very simple to upload some photos. We just click the upload button. And this will find the photos on your computer. Okay, wherever you have them saved. Let's see if I just have an outside shot here. Let's upload that. Okay, there you go. So that's what the photo will look like. And I will add another one just to show you. Okay, if you want to change them around, you can go like this. I'm just clicking and dragging it to a different spot. So now you can upload up to 40 photos. Okay. And if you have any attachments, so this is where you would upload your Schedule B. This is where you would upload your floor plans in 801 form. Okay, all of that would be there. Oops. Okay. And last, we have the map. Okay, this red dot should be roughly where your listing is. Okay, if you need to move it around, you can just grab the dot and move it over. Okay, if you want to zoom out a little bit, you can. So that shows a bigger map. Let's save draft again. Okay, and that's it. You've hit the bottom of the page. Now, if I press submit, it will upload the listing to MLS, and it is immediate. It is instant. So make sure that when you press that submit button that you are ready to show your listing, okay, that your clients are ready, because appointments will be made. Okay, we cannot deny them once it's on MLS. Otherwise, if we're saving it as a draft, we can preview it at this point. Okay, if you'd like to save it as a PDF, you are not able to email it yet, but you can save as a PDF. Okay, so you can press this print button up here, print or print preview, and you can print, just find the PDF option here, or you can print it to whatever printer you have connected to this computer. Okay, let me just close that for now. But if you're planning on saving and going back to the home page, okay, and you need to get back to your listing a day or two later, you're going to go back, click Search Properties, okay, and click Add Edit. Look for the Add Edit tab. Once you click Add Edit, you're going to change these options here from the Add Listing to Drafts. And if I click on Drafts, I should see the listing that I was just working on. And press Continue. And hopefully, because I saved so many times, everything is still here. Okay, so I can go back, edit, make some changes. Okay, and when you're ready to submit, you just click this button up here. And that's how you broker load a listing.